Week 6 of the NFL season is in the books. The public high-key ate this week. And even though there wasn't as many upsets as in previous weeks, it was still very interesting. Let's get into our recap. But first, a quick word from today's sponsor. BetAnySports has been around for over 20 years offering sports betting for U.S. players, and they have really upped their game recently with a fresh new site, product, and ways to bet. The team there is creating some super interesting lines for every sport you can imagine, including, of course, NFL and college football. Slick product, great boosted odds, and up to 50% less juice makes me love using them. Plus, their new Equinox Sports Bonus gives players a 50% cash bonus up to $250, which is massive. Be quick, as it ends October 28th. Use promo code ECPK and get an extra 5% cash bonus. Click here to check them out now. Thank you, BetAnySports.eu, for sponsoring this video. We'll start off with our recap of Thursday Night Football, where the 49ers demolished the Seattle Seahawks. I wish I could sit here and give you a better analysis of this game, but what else did we really expect? The Niners are a good team who had their backs against the wall. They were 2-3. They could not afford to lose 4 games this early into the season. Seattle is a team that started out 3-0 and is now quickly 3-3. They are frauds. They've been frauds. And quite frankly, there was no point in the season where they were legit contenders. Seattle played absolutely nobody those first 3 weeks. It was a cupcake schedule. Now that they've actually had to play decent teams like the Niners, they got their ass whooped. Geno might be washed. It may be time to write him off, even though he's probably not going to write back. Seattle's offense isn't necessarily bad, but their defense lacks the necessary elements to be a complete team. Without this defense holding shit down, I don't see how Seattle wins these type of games against better teams. They'll dominate the shitsters, right? The shitsters is going to be easy for Seattle to beat with a dynamic offense. DK as a weapon, Jackson Smith and Jigba, he's a beast. Even Lockett's still around balling out. And don't get me started on that run game as well. But they need a good defense to stop key players on the opposing side. And we saw in this game that they could not do anything to stop the Niners' weapons. Purdy was cooking. Kittle played well. Running game, even both the Mason and the backup played very well. It was an overall good performance from the Niners. They scored points. They did what they had to do, and they got the job done. Good win, 49ers. I don't see anything happen in this game. That's the sad reality. Seattle proves they're frauds, and San Francisco stays in this mid-tier level where we don't really know if they're legit or they're going to decline from last season. Good win, San Fran. Next game, the London game, where the Chicago Bears absolutely beat the living dog shit out of the Jacksonville Jaguars. What the fuck was this? What the fuck did I actually have to witness? I was scratching my eyes out watching Caleb Williams carve up that Jacksonville defense. Jacksonville couldn't do shit in this game. They couldn't do shit in this game. You could put my fat ass at cornerback and I would have locked down fucking Keenan Allen better than they did. What the fuck? Every time it was a big third down, the Bears would just convert and convert and convert. I genuinely thought this is a home game for Jacksonville. They're started off the season horribly. Bears are not that good. And I thought Jacksonville was going to come in and win this game, go to 2-4, maybe even start a little win streak. But boy, was I wrong. It's time to say it. Jacksonville is officially done. Trevor Lawrence is overrated as fuck. He is being hella overpaid. Doug Peterson, as much as I think he's a good coach, clearly he's not. He fails to make the proper adjustments, and just overall poor performance. Lack of discipline, lack of emphasis on the plays. What part of this Jacksonville team played well? Nothing. Offense played horrible. Defense looked even worse. Horrible loss by the Jaguars. Man, they got embarrassed heavy, and I lost a fuck ton of money on this game. Now for the Bears. Caleb might be better than I thought. Caleb played very, very well in this game. And I keep picking against the Bears more so due to the fact that I have no faith in Caleb. If you put any other quarterback on this team. If you put Sleepy Joe Flacco on this Bears team, I'd be betting the Bears every week. Because offensively, they have weapons. Swift is a dog. Allen is a key veteran. Adunze has potential, a lot of potential. DJ Moore is a solidified wide receiver 1. Cole Kmet is even pretty good. Boy had 2 touchdowns. Looking like a fucking beast out there. I was concerned for Caleb. And yes, Caleb played very, very well in this game, but I'm not sold yet. I'm not sold on Caleb's performance. I need to see a win over a legit team. Who the fuck have they beat? Who the fuck have they beat? Off the top of my head, Jaguars, Titans, and the Rams. I'm missing one more, but either way, I know it was a shit team because all the other teams are shit teams. They've beaten nobodies. How am I supposed to sit here and tell you, yes, Caleb is good, the Bears are good, when they've beaten nothing? I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Chicago's defense played fantastic. Caleb balled the fuck out, and overall the Bears team played well. But I'm not sold yet on this Bears team, even though it was a really good win. Next game, Eagles versus Browns. And the highlight of this shit game is Nick Sirianni trash-talking his own fan base. I mean, what the fuck? Even in a win, the Eagles just look like a dysfunctional mess. They barely beat the Browns, which in and of itself is just an embarrassment considering how bad the Browns actually are. What is there to say? Eagles, these are 2 teams that looked horrible. They're both frauds, and they both just are so goddamn overrated. At this point, Browns, everybody knows how bad they are. Deshaun Watson has been playing, statistically speaking, is the worst quarterback thus far this season, starting quarterback. Statistically speaking. Again, is that necessarily true for the eye test? I wouldn't say so. But based on statistics, Deshaun Diddy has been the worst. Browns are done. They're done. 1-5. They can't move the ball, and they just can't seem to get the offense going. Even though they scored 16 here, it just wasn't enough, and they couldn't get the job done. They did cover, though. I did have Browns to cover, Eagles to win. Eagles, you won, but at what cost? You still have all these problems. I'm unconvinced that you have a good offense, because you don't. And Sirianni just keeps shooting himself in the foot. Sirianni needs to learn how to shut the fuck up. For once in his life, just shut the fuck up. Why are you trash-talking your own fan base? Who trash-talks their own fan base? What is he doing? What is he doing? It's only a matter of time until Eagles get their asses handed to them. They're going to lose badly one of these days. And oh my God, Philly might burn to the ground. And Sirianni's head is going to be fucking called for first. Ugh. Disgusting game, even though I got it right. Neither of these teams should be celebrating because Eagles still look fraudulent as hell. And Browns are the living, breathing definition of shit. And are fraudulent, the definition of fraudulent as well. Next game. One of the games of the week. Commanders versus Ravens in an offensive masterclass. I'm going to start off doing my typical glazing of JD. JD is the future of the Washington Redskins. This man does not blink. He does not flinch. He has the best composure. He has this poise to him. He steps up in the pocket and gets shit done. And the best part about him is he doesn't have the happy feet, right? A lot of these rookie quarterbacks, especially running rookie quarterbacks, have happy feet. JD don't got that. He's standing in the pocket and he's making his reads and throwing the ball when he needs to throw it and running the ball when he needs to run it. God damn, I love JD. He is so good. He's so entertaining to watch as well. What can't he do? What can't he do? Everyone else is dancing in the pocket while fucking JD is just standing where he needs to stand and does his thing. Commanders' offense played fantastic in this game. And even though there were certain times where a little overthrow here, a couple incompletions here, yes, could have changed the entire momentum of the game, that doesn't change the fact that Commanders' offense is not the reason they lost. Commanders' defense is the reason they lost. Defense was just non-existent. And the Ravens would just move the ball every time so easily. If Commanders were able to pull up just one stop in the second half, one good stop, they would have won this game. Amazing performance, Redskins. I still love you, and I still think you're winning the fucking NFC East. I've been saying it. I'll keep saying it. As for the Ravens, great performance. This game was a perfect display of how effective this team can be because of its weapons. I don't think Lamar is a good quarterback. Yeah, I said what I said. I don't think Lamar is a good quarterback. I'll repeat myself. The man is a glorified running back. He's a running back who plays quarterback. However, with the weapons around him, he can't fail. Derrick Henry has had a fucking career renaissance, looking like it's 2020 all over again. Bateman has played well. Zay Flowers continues to prove he's wide receiver 1. Andrews finally had a good game. Likely is an amazing backup tight end who damn near is better than Andrews at this point. Lamar has so many weapons, so many options that it's impossible to defend this Ravens team. A shit defense like Commanders is going to get dominated each and every time against a team like Ravens because there's no way to stop all the receivers, all the tight ends, and the effective run game, whether it's Lamar or Derrick Henry. Ravens played well. I'm not going to discredit them. But the same key issues will arise with the Ravens come down the line, where this is not a Super Bowl team. They are not built to win a Super Bowl. They're built to dominate in the regular season. Come playoff time, things are going to change when the defense gets a lot more aggressive and a lot colder and a lot difficult to play against. Good win, Baltimore, but even better performance from my Redskins. Fuck yeah. Next game, I'll keep this one short. I got my ass handed to me in this game. The Cardinals versus the Packers. I knew the Cardinals defense was absolute garbage, but I didn't think they were that bad. Clearly I was wrong because the Packers just did whatever the hell they wanted to the Cardinals. They bent the Cardinals over and took advantage of them, doing young Philly style, we'll call it that. But the fucking Cardinals offense didn't show up. That's what ended up the problem in this game. If the Cardinals offense showed up, would they have lost? Yeah, probably. But damn it, they wouldn't have lost by fucking 40 goddamn points. It wasn't 40, it was like 20 something, but 21, whatever. Doesn't matter. Cardinals looked like fools. Like fools. They made me look like a fool for even betting on them. How the fuck would I bet on the Cardinals? Packers looked fantastic. I like this Packers team. I like Jordan Love. I like the overall offense. They are going to get shit done. Great win from Green Bay. Nothing more to say in terms of Packers. Cardinals, your defense is going to consistently hold you back. So you better get your head out of your ass and start playing some fucking offense. Kyler, I know you just signed a Call of Duty deal. I know Call of Duty's coming out, but keep your fucking head in the game. Keep your head in the game and get some results, get some wins, because I still like this Cardinals team and I still have faith in them, even though the defense looks atrocious. Ugh. Next game. The Indianapolis Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Will Levis is a meme god. The guy is a living, breathing meme machine. And yet he somehow is the starter. Why in the world is this man the starting quarterback? He is not good. Will Levis is not good. Mason Rudolph should be the one that's starting and slinging the rock. He is more efficient, he has more experience, and he doesn't make the stupid mistakes that Levis does. This was a very close game. But this was a very close game because the one time Sleepy Joe Flacco had an off time. Same thing with the Colts, by the way. I hear Anthony Richardson's going to be healthy and they're going to start AR over just Sleepy Joe Flacco. That's a mistake. Sleepy Joe Flacco has proven to you time and time again this season and last season that he can still ball. I don't know why these head coaches overthink it. Their backup is a better option, and yet both of them just completely play the wrong quarterback. Makes no sense. Titans are shit, but they're not a bad team overall. They just playing the wrong quarterback. The moment they get their head out of their ass and wipe their eyes and see, oh fuck, Mason Rudolph is the better option, they'll win games. As for the Colts, they're mid. They're the definition of mid. They played well, but on the back of Sleepy Joe Flacco. With AR-15 in this game, I don't know if they necessarily win it. Ugh, nasty game overall. Nothing more to say for this one. Texans at Patriots. I'll keep the Texans analysis brief. Texans beat the dog shit out of Patriots. They scored 41 points. Offensive masterclass. CJ Stroud looked like a beast. And overall, the Texans team looked very, very good. Patriots. Even though you lost by 20, the glimmer of hope that these Patriots fans have is probably immense. Drake May looked really, really good in his debut. And I'm not a big Drake May guy. However, I'll give him a little bit of time to play and I'll see how he does. But goddamn, he looked really good. He can throw the ball deep. He's agile. He has this great mobility and vision. Again, it was one game. We'll see how Drake May fares for the rest of the season. But hey, the Patriots have some hope. The Patriots really, really have some hope with a potential quarterback to replace Brady. Because since Brady, they have been horrible at the quarterback position. Besides that 1 year Mac Jones balled out. Overall, great win, Texans. Y'all are legit contenders, but we've been knowing that. Patriots, maybe you'll sneak some few games here and there. But just be happy you're able to fully develop and have a developmental season for Drake May. It's going to benefit you in the long run, guarantee. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the New Orleans Saints. What a weird game. The Buccaneers start off super hot, super hot, come out swinging and take like a 14, 17-point lead, something along those lines. I'm thinking, yeah, easy money Buccaneers. They're going to steamroll the Saints. Not even close. All of a sudden, a kickoff return here. A big play from Rattler here. And the Saints are winning the game. I'm sitting here thinking, holy fuck, Vegas had the read. They knew this was going to be a trap game, and the Saints are actually going to pull it off. They didn't. Even though Baker threw like 3 interceptions or some shit, the Buccaneers offense balled the fuck out and put 51 points on the fucking Saints defense. And the Saints defense is not bad. That's the key. Saints defense is actually pretty good. And you know, division rivals know each other well. The fact that the Buccaneers beat the fuck out of the Saints that badly goes to show this offense for Baker and the Bucs is really, really strong. God damn, 51 is no joke. Baker did not have his best performance, but what the hell are we complaining about if they put up 51? 51. Saints' downfall should be studied, but it was expected. I knew it. They were frauds from day one. They had a little bit of hype early in the year. Oh my God, they beat the shit out of the Cowboys. Holy fuck. And they beat the shit out of the Rams week 1. Big fucking deal. They haven't done shit since. They've lost 4 in a row. Derek Carr looks like he's going to be out for a few more weeks. Rattler did not look horrible. And believe it or not, I'm actually very, very high on Rattler. I think he's going to be a great player overall. He just needs a little bit of time to develop. You can't just throw him in here. Saints defense could have clutched up and made this game a lot closer. But Baker is a real threat. And the reality is that Buccaneers can easily be 5-1 here. Don't sleep on Tampa Bay. Do not sleep on Tampa Bay. Next game, I'm going to keep this one quick as well. Nothing really to talk about here. The Steelers beat the dog shit out of the Raiders. I did pick the Raiders because I did think this was going to be a trap spread. For some reason, every week the Raiders start off so well. They take an early lead. You think to yourself, yeah, Raiders are going to win this one. And that's it. The first quarter they play well. And the next 3, they just start playing basketball. 32-13 is an embarrassment. They got absolutely embarrassed by the Steelers. Antonio Pierce needs to be fired. And at this point, I don't even know who should be starting at quarterback for the Raiders because it's a mess, whether it's AOC or it's Gardner. Ugh. Raiders fans, I feel bad for you because this is bad. This is really, really bad. To lose this badly at home in a game you should, in theory, win, at least Vegas-wise, Steelers looked great. Fields looked great. Defense looked great. They did what they had to do. But it's in the similar sense of like the Jaguars game. Steelers beat a very garbage team, a very fraudulent team, a team that doesn't necessarily have any potential or any real talent, especially with Devontae out. What else do you expect? Steelers are going to go their average above 500, do their thing like they usually do, and this is just one step along the way. That's all it is. Next game. The Chargers versus the Broncos. Jim Harbaugh damn near had a heart attack pregame. Luckily, the Chargers were not affected. They came out there, they played well. They limited the ability of Knicks and how much they can move the ball. They took an early lead and dominated. And Chargers are built like a team that has to take an early lead. Giants. If Chargers have the lead and they have to play from in front, that is the best case scenario because it makes it extremely, extremely difficult for other teams to come back when all Chargers do is just run the ball down their throats. If Chargers take an early lead, it's all but over because they can establish the run and dominate, which is what they did here. Broncos didn't play bad. They just let it get away too early. The moment Chargers were up by 10 or whatever it was over because Chargers play good defense and run the ball and chew up clock. It would be impossible for a team like Broncos, whose offense isn't necessarily great, it's okay, to come back. Overall, great game. I like these two teams. Two sleeper teams in the AFC. Do not underestimate either of them. Next game. I'll keep it short again. Falcons beat the dog shit out of Panthers. I keep saying I'm going to stop betting on the Panthers, yet every fucking week I bet on the Panthers. I don't know why. They have looked horrible week in, week out. It's a mess. It's a mess in fucking Carolina. Fire everybody. I'm just kidding. It's too early to fire everybody. But Andy Dalton could have covered the spread. He made some poor reads. Bad interceptions. Dalton, you little bitch-ass motherfucker. You should have played better. You could have clutched up for me, but you fucking didn't, of course, because what else is new? I wish the Panthers won this game. Unfortunately, the Falcons came out and proved that they are legit, showing that, hey man, this NFC South division is tough. And it ain't going to be an easy win for either the Falcons or the Bucs or even the Saints. You can't really count out the Saints, but right now it's looking like a two-team race with the Falcons and the Buccaneers. Great win, Atlanta. You dominated offensively and defensively. You have a good team with Drip Cousins. As long as Drip Cousins keeps playing the way he's playing, god damn, Atlanta's dangerous. Especially with London getting going, Pitt's looking good. Whew. Good shit, Atlanta. And Panthers, your poverty, you're going to be fucking regulated to the minor leagues very, very soon. And Bill Clinton will join you as well. The Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys. On Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday, the Cowboys damn near gave him a birthday present of a lifetime by killing him in a blowout. I think the largest blowout at home in the Jerry era. What an embarrassment. I knew the Lions were going to beat the shit out of the Cowboys. It was written in the stars. The Lions have a fantastic offense who just was going to stunt all over the Cowboys defense, which is what they did. And the Lions defense is way better than the Cowboys offense and the Cowboys defense, even though they ended up losing Hutchinson. Huge loss for the Lions. That is a huge loss. And this is what might separate them from winning a Super Bowl. Yeah. Losing Hutchinson might be the reason why the Lions failed to win the Super Bowl. Because come down the line, come January, when you're going to need a tough D-line to get sacks and get stops, missing that anchor and that cornerstone of your franchise, who's not only the best player on the actual field, but one of those guys who's a motivator in the locker room, is going to be huge. Lions won, but at what cost? Because Hutchinson, tough L. Everybody feels bad for him. Everybody loves to root for him. He is a beast. But hey, Lions offense is godly. It's unstoppable. And it's going to continue to do what it does. Great job, Detroit. Great fucking job. An impressive ass win. Y'all keep killing it. And y'all gonna keep finding success. Because with the run game, with the pass game, what can't you do? Cowboys, or should I say the Cowgirls? Damn. God damn. 9 points is an embarrassment. Dak is overrated bum. He's overpaid. He should be giving Jerry a refund because what the fuck? Lions defense is good. It's not that good. You should score more than 9 points, especially in a shootout type of game. Cowboys got absolutely embarrassed. The fact that Mike McCarthy still has his job is unbelievable. And in reality, we all know Jerry's not going to fire McCarthy for 2 reasons. 1, Jerry's not known for firing coaches mid-season. And 2, and more importantly, Jerry knows that McCarthy's contract ends this season, or at the end of this season. So financially speaking, it is more beneficial for the Cowboys to just keep McCarthy and fire, or let him walk at the end. Instead of firing him, he just don't renew his contract. Financially it makes more sense. Cowboys suck balls. They are screwed. They are not winning this division. They are not going to even make the playoffs at this rate. And they better look themselves hard in the mirror and say, what's wrong with us? I get it. Injuries are bad. The defense is badly banged up. But you scored 9 points. Your defense being banged up is meaningless. You should score more than 9 points with an offense that has Dak Prescott and CD Lamb, which they're clearly not on the same page. It's just an overall mess in Dallas. That building is burning as we speak. God damn. Dallas needs a lot of change, or otherwise their season is done. Done. Great win, Detroit, and bad L for the fucking Cowgirls. Holy shit. Next game, Sunday Night Football. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the New York Giants in a boring-ass game that damn near put me to sleep. Both teams played horrible. Danny Dimes turned into Danny Pennies. He did not look great this game. And the reality is that the Giants' offense just never got going. That is why they lost this game. It's a 17-7 low-scoring trash game. Bengals did not play well. They played very poorly and left a lot of opportunities on the board. Besides that Burrow touchdown run early in the game, I think it was like their first or second drive, that's it. Bengals were horrible offensively the rest of the way. Besides the game-sealing touchdown, which blew the fucking cover for the Giants, but that's not here nor there, it was horrible all around. Bengals did not look impressive in this victory. I can't come away with this saying, Bengals are back on track, good for them. They're 2-4. They beat the Panthers and the Giants. Not really that impressive. They blew the game in Baltimore. They had opportunities, but they still have to be on the edge of their seats. 2-4 is just unacceptable, and I need more convincing performances. A 17-7 win over Giants is not great. Not great at all. But a win is a win, and maybe this is what gets the ball rolling for Cincinnati, and they just pop off on a nasty winning streak, which they easily can because offensively, on paper, this team is really fucking good. And once it gets going, there's no stopping them. Giants, on the other hand, they had every opportunity to win this game. To a certain extent, they outplayed the Bengals. And obviously, in a sense of they lost by 10, obviously they didn't outplay them. They just left so many opportunities on the board also that it was just so frustrating to watch, especially when you have Giants plus 3.5. But again, irrelevant in this case. I'm expecting a little bit of a better performance from the Giants, but more so, they're in a position where it's like, hey, 2-4 and we're chilling. Malik Neighbors comes back, this Giants offense will be dangerous again. And you could see that the way Danny Jones was throwing to Darius Slayton, he needs that wide receiver one. With Neighbors as that wide receiver one, Danny Jones is going to cook. He's going to cook. And then you add in Slayton, Wan'Dale Robinson. It's not a horrible Giants team. Not horrible at all. It's definitely capable of winning games and pulling off upsets. Tough L for the Giants, but this is a game where nobody really won because Bengals looked shit for most of the game and barely pulled it out against the fucking Giants, you know? All right, to wrap it up, Monday Night Football. What a horrible, painful, frustrating, disgusting game to watch. Wow. Buffalo Bills, Buffalo Wild Wings, New York Jets, Winnipeg Jets. There was just flags all over the fucking field. It was impossible to watch. These refs are so bad. And I'm not going to sit here and bitch on the side of, oh, the refs fucked the Jets out of a touchdown. That Braylon Allen touchdown, they called a bullshit holding on Tyrone Smith. I'm not going to bitch about that because they equally called just as many egregiously bad calls on the Bills. I think there was a roughing the passer they called on Bills. I think it was Epineza. Just a horrible call. Complete bullshit. It was just shit all around ref. I really thought the Jets were going to pull this shit off. I really, really did. They looked decent to start the game and then just slowed down. And everything changed when Rodgers hit that Hail Mary. He threw that bitch like 55 yards down the field. It was a beautiful, spot-on pass. I had to wipe my eyes. I thought it was fucking vintage Rodgers in 2014 or 2015. Whenever that year, he had all those crazy Hail Marys. And from that point on, the third quarter started out relatively well for the Jets. They were playing decent on offense. The Bills kicker missed a field goal. And just when you thought Jets had every opportunity to take the lead, they call back a touchdown. One missed field goal. Another missed field goal. In a game that the Jets lost by 3 points. Such a tough and disappointing L. Such a disappointing season. The pain just continues and continues. I don't know how long I can take this. I'm not too upset in the sense that this isn't a horrible L like it was against the Broncos or, even last week. But in the sense that we played so fucking well and we had every opportunity to win this game, and it's just the same continuous bullshit mistakes, right? Whether it's the offense out of sorts, whether it's the defense giving shit up in the most crucial moments. Kinlaw, I'm forgetting your first name. Kinlaw, you better start learning Chinese, buddy, because that shit is not acceptable. You had like 3 penalties in a row. It was just fucking bad play after bad play. I don't want to say he cost us the game, but motherfucker, you deserve a lot of the blame. A lot of the blame. The offense looked better. The team looked better. We're 2-4. I don't want to write the season off, but we need to get our heads in the game because otherwise we are going home and we are going fast. And I don't want to go to Cancun in January. I want to go to Cancun in February. Good win, Buffalo. Good win. Even without James Cook, you played well. You did what you had to do. You guys are probably going to run away with the division, unfortunately, because there's literally nobody else to compete. Unless Aaron Rodgers starts playing a little bit better, Jets D plays a little better, and just overall, this Jets team finds some unison and some connection to play and win the game. Because right now, they're not playing to win the game. They're playing for whatever fucking reason it is, but it's not to win, that's for sure. Please, Jets, win your next game next week. It's in prime time, and it's winnable. Bills, please start losing more so the Jets can win the division and come back a little bit. But still, Josh Allen's a beast. He's playing unbelievable. He has yet to throw an interception. For someone that's deemed a turnover machine and has yet to throw an interception, great job, Josh Allen. Low-key MVP season cooking up. I know he's being a little bit overshadowed by Lamar and JD. Don't sleep on Josh Allen for MVP. Don't sleep on him. He's playing lights out right now. Okay, and that was my recap for Week 6 of the NFL season. It was a good week. Let's hope the next week is even better. Stay tuned for more content coming soon.